What's good, YouTube? Back with another video. It's your boy Craig from Perfect Balance. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button down below. And I'm just going to get into a quick video to do with SR again. I had some really good feedback with the last video, so go and click on the channel link down below and go and watch the previous one on the physical benefits of SR. So what I want to talk about is to help improve recovery on an SR, what you should be eating. Just purely the biggest foods that you should be getting in are your meats and your proteins. Now that's going to sound obvious to everyone. Everyone's going to say, well, of course protein's like a big enhancement for recovery. However, if you're trying to put on muscle, you're trying to put on the size, you need to make sure you have enough dense calories. You need to make sure you have the right amount of food, and you need to make sure that the foods that you are eating are of a good quality. So obviously the chicken, the steaks, all the lean sort of meats are the go-to. Now when it comes to probably putting on additional size in the gym, or you're trying to improve your sports performance, where a lot of people get stuck on is just solely focusing on the protein. But if you're doing high metabolic workouts, or you're doing sports that require high intensity, you're going to burn that pretty quickly, and you're not going to have any sort of energy going forwards with the glycogen stores. So it is important to have carbs, but it's important to have the right carbs and the right amount of carbs. So not junk food, not pizzas, not eating savoury or sugary sweets or anything like that. It's all about getting the calories in. But what SR will do, it'll keep you disciplined. Once you start getting the food in, you'll start to get into the routine and the pattern, and it's almost like a mental mind shift in discipline. It's just like, it's like a button getting turned on. It's like you go from one extreme to another, in my experience. A big change that I've made of a morning is changing up what I eat for breakfast. I was having Weetabix a lot, but now I've moved on to porridge and including honey and certain fruits, and getting more quality calories in first thing in the morning. So my session this morning was a heavy squat session. So for those that have been following me for a while will know that I follow the Westside Barbell method, which includes 2 heavy sessions, 1 upper session, 1 lower session. So I'm nearly back at hitting a double bodyweight squat, and I've noticed since following SR and following other channels like You're Not Alone and Victor Warrior and all these YouTube channels that are really promoting the spirituality side of SR, and they're promoting the attraction side, and they're promoting different factors to the benefits of what SR will do. I don't really want to touch on that because so many channels are touching on that, but with us being a fitness content, with us being related to sport and fitness, I do want to keep it specific for athletes. If you are new here and you've not watched the first video I've done on SR, there is loads of athletes that have followed this particular method. If you don't want to follow it, you don't want to follow it. That's your opinion, that's your belief. You are obviously entitled to just click off this video if you're not interested. But athletes like Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, it tends to be big in the boxing world. There's a few other boxers. I think Chris Eubank here in the UK, he's followed it. He won't have he won't release his seed. He won't lose his energy, especially I think it's 8 weeks in the lead up to a fight. Now there are tons of more benefits which come along with the further that you retain and you hold your energy and your seed. And before anyone gets onto me in the comments about, well, you know, what's the point in this, what's the point, like, everyone does it, but we have kind of been socially conditioned into bad things such as corn and stuff like that. Particularly men are getting into bad habits and losing energy and not focusing on a purpose. And one of those purposes on this channel is to help you guys in the health, fitness, sport and sort of world. So Yeah, it's important that I get some people are doing Nomad, they're eating one meal a day and they're fasting, and that goes hand in hand with SR, especially when it comes to your HGH and it comes to testosterone, it comes to recovery of muscles. But if you're doing a performance style training in particular, you do need to eat the calories, you do need the mass to help you move mass. And what SR will do is it will just speed up the process of recovery. You're not expanding those dopamines and all those hormones. You're not flushing all that, because all those hormones and all that you built up is there to create life. And we all know as men that when you do expel, you typically are pretty tired afterwards for a short period of time. Like I said on the last video, after a week your testosterone will rise up to, I think it's 147%, which is quite significant. But most guys can't face the addiction of corn and things like that, and they're stuck in the bad habits. So if you maintain discipline, if you stick with SR, and if you keep pushing forwards with changing your diet and getting the right nutrients, and your performance will just elevate, it'll skyrocket. And you'll see that you're even in post 30, where testosterone starts to slowly decrease year by year, you'll see that your recovery is still there, like you're in your 20s or late teens. So it's almost like a natural steroid, if you want to call it that. But yeah, there are other factors that I will touch on later on in different videos, such as the benefits of your cardiovascular system. I've not even spoken about the cardiovascular system and how it feels during workouts and things like that, but I'll do that in a different video. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this short video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video. If you are looking to enhance your sport and performance, fitness performance, whatever it is that you do that is physical, even your day-to-day work, your lifestyle, if you go hiking, any sort of activity, you'll see an increase in drive, in motivation, and your purpose. Performance will all of it will just go through the roof. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there, guys. That's a quick video for you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.